Hello everybody. Myself Gururaj MH, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, MIT, Mysore. In today's class, we are going to discuss something about construction management and entrepreneurship. Okay, so the name itself is a broader in nature because in this subject we are going to concentrate basically three parameters. The first one is construction, and the second one is management, and the third one is entrepreneurship. Okay, so they are broader in nature and their roles are going to play in general, not only in civil engineering. I can say you can take any civil engineering or engineering discipline, I can say. So these parameters will going to play a major role. Okay, so now we'll discuss one by one in detail. So what is meant by construction, right? So in general, if you observe in and around, so we have some structures. Yes, sir, they are of microstructures, mega structures. Yes, so they're all comes under construction wings, I can say. So they are nothing but the projects or some structures under progress, I can say. That is the process of construction, I can say. Then the second one says something about the management. So that management, single word itself, will play a major role in our day-to-day activities, right? So what is meant by a management? Because management differs from persons to persons. Because one person explains the management in their own aspects. At the same time, one more person will have to analyze the management in their own descriptions, I can say. So in general, what is meant by management? So management is nothing but how to manage the things. That is in general management. But when coming to your civil engineering departments, I can say, so what is meant by management? So management is the process of the planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling all together. Yes, so controlling all these for the effective utilization of a human efforts for the effective development of a sustainable society, I can say. So that is nothing but a management, I can say. Then the third bit says something about entrepreneurship. What is meant by entrepreneurship? Nowadays everyone thinking about, yes, we have to give entrepreneurship or we have to develop that entrepreneurial skills so that we are going to offer some jobs for other deserved candidates, I can say. Okay, so entrepreneurship is nothing but it's a skill which is in turn developed in a human being, right? Not only in engineering aspects, I can say, even in management related aspects also we have to develop that entrepreneurial skills. So giving opportunity to some other societal requirements. Okay, so all together construction management and entrepreneurship we are going to discuss in our upcoming classes, I can say. So okay. So in module 1, so coming to module 1, the module 1 is in turn divided into three basic parameters. The first one is the management, second one is construction project formulations, and the third one is construction planning and scheduling. Okay, so in today's class we are going to discuss something about management in detail. Right now we have discussed only the definitions of management, but within that we have a number of other parameters are there. Okay, how it works, the working principles behind the management, how the characteristics of management are going to play a societal developments, I can say. So that parts in detail we are going to discuss in our today's class. Okay, so first, before going to start with their functions, all the other characteristics and all these things, we need to understand what is this management. So management in simplified version, I can say, so management is the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling human efforts for the development of societal requirements, I can say. Okay, or other depends upon their scientists, depends upon the engineers, depends upon the management persons. They have developed their own definitions. In general, in our day-to-day activities, if I say something, how to manage the things, how to manage the time, how to manage money, how to manage materials. So it's nothing but a management, I can say. If I know how to manage the time, it's a time management. If I know how to manage the material, it's a materials management. If I know how to manage the money, it's a money management. Account sections, I can say. So in every day-to-day activities, management will have its own applications directly or indirectly, I can say. Okay. So in finally, by taking all the concerns, definitions, then their process, the final definitions of management is something like this. So management is, it's a process of planning, how to do the planning and all these things, then how to do the organization recruitment process, I can say, that is nothing but your staffing, then how the functions of the directions takes place. Because if you recruit someone, it's not a complete job. After recruiting, we need to give them directions, at what extent they have to work. So what about the routes they have to follow? So everything comes under once again a management, and we need to concentrate all these parameters as well as the human efforts. Yes, as well as the human efforts for the development of society in a detailed manner. Of course, at the time of achieving all these things, we have to concentrate some basic objectives. So what are all the basic objectives of our society? That's also we need to concentrate in our mind. Okay, so in that the first parameter is the characteristics of management. Okay, basically the managements are in turn going to discuss as a characteristics as well as functions. In that the first one is characteristics. What are all the basic characteristics are there in management? So the characteristics are in turn broadly classified into several other parameters. So in that the first one is the management is a process, right? So in a simplified version I can say what is meant by these characteristics. So it's a process. Process means it consists of so many other parameters, so many other dependent as well as independent requirements of a human efforts for the development of societal requirements. So that's nothing but a process. In that the first characteristic is process. How the process takes place, how to look it. For example, if I have a construction industry, okay, because I'm civil engineering background, so that I need to correlate that entire management towards civil engineering I can say. That's why I need to quote some examples related to civil engineering here. Okay, so in civil engineering, for example, I have a construction industry, so I am planning to construct a building of residential. So, okay, so before going to start with the construction activities, first I need to concentrate the process. So what are all the processes are there within that management? Because I need to concentrate the time management in that construction wings. Then I need to concentrate the manpower, that is labors, that's also management I can say. Then how to concentrate or how to control the grip on money which will be spent towards the construction activities. So the entire management skill is in turn divided into subdivisions I can say. So in that the first one is process. We need to understand what all the basic processes are there. Okay, what is step number one? We need to prepare the planning in detail, that is the building planning, and we need to develop the drawings. Then we have to concentrate the design parameters. Okay, then we have to recruit the staffs. Then we have to procure the materials. Then we need to store those materials in a specified manner. So these are all the different steps comes under management. That is nothing but the processes. So these are all the different steps get involved in your characteristics of a management. Right? Then the second one says something about the goal oriented. See, the name itself says goal oriented. So we should frame the management in such a way that it must consist of a goal. Yes or no? Without goal, it's not a proper one I can say. Yes or no? Without having a goal, without having some aims, without having any motto in our life, the work should not be completed. Even though if we completed that work is not nothing but a meaningless I can say. That's why we should prepare the functions or characteristics of management in such a way that it must having some goal oriented. Yes or no? Because for example, I'm going to deposit some so and so huge money in bank. That indicates what? At last, after my retirement or after 10 years or 20 years or 30 years of my duration, that money has to be come in different way so that it is benefit for my day-to-day activities. So that is the mindset of a human being, right? That's why we are going to deposit amount or money in a bank. So that's the thing, we have a specified goal there. Yes or no? So your every day-to-day activities must consist of some goals. That's why the management characteristics must be a goal-oriented one I can say. So we can quote n number of examples related to these individual parameters in terms of characteristics of management I can say. Okay. Then coming to the third part, as a profession. Of course, nowadays everyone thinking about the professionalisms, because in every aspect we are going to search the professionalisms. Yes or no? Because we can start with the labor class activities to the management or director of management level of activities. So everyone will think about their own professions. Yes or no? So even a class D laborers, they have some professionalism I can say. What should be the nature of work they are going to concentrate, how the work schedule will be takes place, what are all the salary or wages to be fit for that particular grade I can say. So everything should be profession right now. That's why management will clearly explain something about the professionalism, how we should behave in front of others, how we should invest the things in front of some sort of societal developments. So everything should be in a detailed and specified manner. That is nothing but a profession I can say. What is meant by profession? So we have everything should be in a neat manner, stepped manner. Every aspects of those things should be defined in a clear way. That is nothing but a profession. So you need to concentrate the professionalism behind the activities what we are going to do in management systems. That is one more characteristics of management, I can say. Okay. So coming to the next point, factor of production. What is mean by factor of production here? Of course, the term production play a major role in our day-to-day activities, because everything, for example, if I want to construct a building or if I want to construct a highway, yes, it has, of course we are expecting some production, yes or no? So that production is nothing but not only at the time of construction, you can say, okay. So after construction, at the time of construction, what are all the things are going to get involved in that activity, and after constructing, so what is the things which will be produced for that, from that activity or from that construction wing, I can say. For example, you are going to collect some tolls in highways, yes or no? So that is also one of the revenue to the department they will get, because that's why they are going to think every aspects of highway department, yes or no? That's why the factor of production. So we should think this, the factor of production in such a way that it should generate the revenue. If you are going to invest, for example, time value of money, if I am going to invest 1,000 rupees right now, after 10 years or after 1 year, I should not, my value of the 1,000 or 10,000 will not remain same, because as the time moves, of course, the value of that money will also get increased. That is called the production rate is good. That's why we are going to invest our money in a bank, because they will get some interest. So our value, time value of money will also get increased. Yes, sir. Similarly, if my work hours is investing in some agencies for that duration, of course that's also having some values. That's also having some reproduction. That is called, that's also having some returns in future, I can say. Okay. So that's why we should always think the factor of production, at what extent the revenue or returns or benefits I am getting through achieving this particular management skill in terms of the characteristics, I can say. That's why the factor of production rate will also going to play a major role in our management systems. That is nothing but our productivity concepts, I can say. Okay. Then the next point says something about the integrated activities. Of course, nowadays integrated is nothing but getting together, I can say. Okay. So for example, because in an industry, not only in construction activities, I can say, we can take in medical fields, we can take in economic zones, that is account departments, I can say, we can take any activities of this society. So everything is integrated. Integrated means because only one person can't do the things in a proper way. That's why we have to create a group first, and that too, that group must be consisting in such a way that not only the like-minded people, I can say, because like-minded people can do miracles, not only like that, okay? Not only the like-minded people, I can say, we need to concentrate on the right-minded peoples always, yes or no? Because even thieves are also having a like-minded persons, but that's not a very good activity, I can say, because that is not having a goal-oriented here. See, one simple examples I can quote in terms of all these things, functions, I mean characteristics, I can say. Okay, so even though if I have a like-minded persons, the work may not going to achieve in a specified manner. It must be consisting of a right-minded pupils, right-minded workers, I can say. Then only we can achieve a very good characteristic for management through integrated activity together. That's nothing but a group work, I can say. For example, I can quote some group games. Cricket, of course, it's a group event, I can say. Then volleyball, you can quote n number of activities. They are the group events. So in that, if one person's mistake is also going to count a huge in our management systems. We can lose that entire game because of one person's mistake. That is why integrated. We need to develop the situations and activities in such a way that all persons or all the team members are going to be in a same manner. They are of the same level. Their thinking ability should be at the same level. Even though if not, they have to develop that skill. It's not a big task. Okay. So once we have right-minded persons in our hand, then only we can achieve integrated activity, and my characteristics will also go into achieve here. Then finally I can say, yes, my management system is in a very good manner. So it's moving in smooth directions. Okay. Apart from these basics, once again we have n number of characteristics, I can say. So I can quote it as universal behaviors, I can say. That's also one of the characteristics of management. Then management is an art and science, I can say. Yes, management, of course, management is an art as well as science. It consists of so many other parameters to do. independently or dependently, I can say. That's also one of the functions of management, I can say. Okay, then management is a team oriented. Yes, of course, not only because management, a single person can't do everything. Yes, or if I take an institution, if I take residential examples, for example, in our house, day-to-day activities, only single persons can't do everything. Yes or no? So because household members, that's also one of the management skill, I can say. Yes or no? So that's also one of the major characteristics of management, I can say. Okay. So these are all the different characteristics get involved in management. Then coming to the second point, functions of management. Right? What is meant by functions? How the functions are going to vary in the management systems. Then what are all the different roles are going to take place in management? That is nothing but your functions. So functions are the major or key points of a management system, I can say. So the functions are once again broadly classified into 5 categories. So in that, the first one is the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. If I have these 5 parameters in my mind, in my work ethics, then automatically the functions of management are achieved. If I achieve these functions of management, definitely my management is in a good manner. It is going in a smooth direction, I can say. So in that, one by one we'll discuss in detail. Okay. So in functions, the first one says something about the planning. So the name itself says planning. Before going to start any project, first we need to plan the things. Yes or no? So for example, if I want to construct a residential building or institutional building or industrial buildings or commercial building, I can say, first I need to prepare the plan. What should be my plan, elevation, cross section, schedule of openings, what about the setbacks I need to give? Yes, is there any 3D elevations required? Is there any interior architectural parameters I need to concentrate? So this is nothing but your planning. I cannot say that planning should be done only in written manner, not like that. Planning, even in your mindset, we can prepare, we can have some plannings on that. For example, if I need to go to some other place as a tourist place, I can say, I need to plan. Yes or no? Because which route I need to prefer. So what about the type of vehicle I need to take? So everything, what about the budget of my tour or trip? So everything we are going to concentrate in detail, because that is also major functions of this management. That is planning. Right? Then the second one says something about organizing. Once the planning is done, yes, we have developed, we have planned a fantastic manner. Okay, planning is good, no worry. But if you fails to organize, what is meant by organizing now? Organizing, the name itself says we are going to organize the things. What are all the things I have covered in my planning? So these are all the things should be done in this manner. So I need to develop the theme in such a way that they are going to be well organized. They are going to organize in a clear manner, stepwise or detailed procedure, I can say. First one is, for example, I'm going to take once again a construction activities. Okay. So for example, I'm going to prepare or I'm going to plan a residential building of 2 BHK. Of course, organizing means what? How we are going to organize the nature of work. Okay. First one, I need to concentrate the mark outing. I need to mark out the entire ground. Okay. Then of course we are going to clear the ground clearance. Then I need to concentrate the mark outing. So what should be the locations of my columns, that is footings, yes, and then walls. Everything I need to mark in detail. Once the mark outing is done, the next stage is I need to excavate the earth. That is nothing but earthwork excavation in foundation, I can say. So we need to have earthwork excavation. Once the earthwork excavation is done, we need to have a bed concrete in foundations. Then we can have some side stone masonries in foundations and plinth. Then we can have erection of wall. Then we can have slabs, beams. Then we have parapet wall. These are all the different components of the buildings. And at the same time, we have organized these different components of the building in a very good manner, which is not supposed to have abrupt analysis of this whole buildings. Yes or no? So it must come in a proper manner. What should be the schedule of completion of that particular project? Everything should be organized in a very well manner. That's nothing but organizing skills, I need to say. Every person, every engineer or every management person, he has to develop these 5 characteristics first, functions first. That is nothing but skills, I can say. How to organize the things. Okay. Then the third one says something about staffing. Right? Staffing, it's also called as recruiting, I can say. Yes. So because as we discussed earlier, the main characteristics of function itself is the teamwork. Team is nothing but consisting of other or several persons, I can say. Yes or no? So several persons I need to have together, that means I need to recruit something. Yes or no? Because each person, because individual can't do everything. For example, if I consider institutional activities, of course there are n number of semesters are there. Within that one semester, there are n number of subjects are there. Yes or no? Because one single faculty can't teach all the subjects. Yes or no? That's why I need to take recruiting process. That is nothing but a staffing, I can say. So I need to recruit the staff. So in that wing, that is staffing process, we are going to study in detail about how to recruit the staffs. Because we should not supposed to recruit only persons. Here, not only the persons count, it also considers some skills, abilities, teaching methodologies. What about the basic qualification of that person? Everything matters. Yes, sir. That is nothing but staffing process. How the recruitment process takes place. What all the conditions are there while recruiting a staff. Then what all the training to be given to those staffs. Everything comes under staffing. We can take any example. Here I am going to take some institutional activities. Okay, that's why staffing process I have linked towards the institution orientations. Okay, if at the same extent, if you consider some industry, okay, it might be of any industry, I can say small scale industry, or large scale industry, or medium scale industry. There also the staffing matters, because once we have a grades of work, your MD, managing director, can't do labor related issues. Labor class can't deals with the design or analysis process of wings. That's why we need to recruit the staffs in such a way that we have to divide the grades. What about the A grade workers? What are their qualifications? How the recruitment process takes place? What should be the wages of those staffs? That I need to decide. Then B grade, I need to decide their entire thing. C grade, D grade, like that we have to divide the streamline in a proper manner for staffing purpose. Then the next aspect says something about directing. Of course, directing is nothing but we need to give them directions. If you don't have a proper direction, of course, you should not supposed to achieve a project in very good manner. For example, if I need to reach Bengaluru, means my direction should be clear. Yes or no? Because Bengaluru is towards north, means I need to start my journey towards the north. Then only I can reach my destination. Time durations may vary, but direction should be proper. Yes or no? Because if my destination is towards north, if I start my journey towards south, of course I can't able to meet that point. No way. Otherwise I need to take a long turn back towards my destination. So that's why the direction will play a major role. So who will give the directions? For example, if I consider a movie as an example, of course there are n number of actors are there, but one director must give some direction towards the start of that movie to the completion of that movie. Then only we can say yes, the movie is good, because the directions also get involved in that movie. Yes or no? Similarly, directing is nothing but we need to give the directions to each and individual activities or the persons who is going to get involved in that industry. Yes, the direction in turn consists of their trainings, what about the skills they have to develop within the industry, how the, for example, as the time duration passes, they have to improve their skills. Yes, they have to improve their productivity, they have to improve their personality, they have to improve their communication skill, and they have to improve how they are going to deal with the customers. So these are all the skills they have to develop in day-to-day activities, and that skill development process is through directions from higher authorities. Yes, that also comes under the fourth major functions of management. Then fifth one says something about controlling. That's also very, very important. If you don't have a controlled development, uncontrolled development is not a good sign of development, I can say. Yes, so we should have that controlling capacity. We should have some grip on that whole team or that whole organization so that it's moving in very good manner. That's nothing but controlling the things. Right? So once we achieve all these 5 parameters, then only your management is running in a very good manner. Otherwise, if you fails to execute any one of these management functions, you may lose the grip on that industry or organization or institution, or I can say a residential building. Your home is also not run properly if you don't have these 5 functions. Of course, planning must be done in a very good manner. Yes or no? Parents are going to play a major role in planning. They have to plan. Yes or no? What should be the next year budget? So what are the amount we need to, we are supposed to invest on my home, expenditures, revenue, everything they have to plan. Then once the planning is done, of course, organizing. What are all the plannings they have done, they have to run the things in a same manner, in an organized manner. That's also organization comes. Then the third point says something about the staffing. Here they are not going to recruit someone else. Yes, within the family members, they have to give some guidelines to their each and individual persons, how the staffing process takes place, how they should behave in front of others, in front of relations, in front of friends, in front of their development activities. Everything should be done under staffing process, recruiting process, I can say. Then, of course, directing. They have to give the proper guidelines to their youngsters, I can say, so that for constructive development of societal or residential activities, I can say. Then, finally, we can say controlling. And we should have some control on each and every individual households. Then only after achieving all these 5 parameters, yes, my house or my residential building is running in a very good manner. That is nothing but the functions of management, I can say. Okay, so these are all the basic 5 functions of management which I can quote not only in industry or organization or institution. Okay, we can take any example. Okay, in every activity, these functions of management will going to play a major role. Okay, yes, thank you.